Hello, everyone. Today, I want to talk about Thomas Edison's hidden history. Thomas Edison was well known as a great inventor who had thousands of inventions. As a Chinese, I also heard a lot of inspirational stories about him from books and teachers. He's a role model for people all around the world because of his achievements. However, he's actually not as great and perfect in our impression. There are lots of that history about him that may overturn your impression of him. I have to say he was not an inventor. Instead, he was more like a merchant, entrepreneur. Another story is about the Tesla and Edison. Edison did everything he could to limit Tesla and the expand of alternating current to maintain his fame and business. Maybe it's just because of his stubborn, and we never know. And also, he also did a lot in his late years after the current war. Firstly, I want to talk about the real identity of Thomas Edison. Let me quote some words from Jeffrey Banner's paper. Yeah, I found this paper in Google Scholar, and I think that could be reliable. With over 1,000 patents, his team developed the phonograph, motion picture camera, long-lasting light bulb, fluoroscope, and carbon microphone, and deployed a system for distribution of electricity in parts of New York City. Entire industries were created or changed by his work. Under one roof, he assembled enormous array of people, human talent, and resources. He also mentioned Edison's work, and XPEC was founded through the commercialization of new technologies. That was his real identity: assemble talent, people, and resources to create new technologies and commercialize them. What's more, he set up General Electric Company, which is still one of the biggest electric companies in the world today. Edison was not an inventor like Tesla, who just pay attention to invent new technologies. If I have to find someone who's similar to Thomas Edison in our time now, I would say Elon Musk is Thomas Edison of today. The history only remembers the Elon Musk and Thomas Edison who operate the business, but never recall numerous inventors and scientists who really work in labs. I think that might be one reason why Edison was nominated to get Nobel Prize, but he didn't get it in the end. Secondly, I'll talk about the current war between Thomas Edison and Nikola Tesla. I want to say that was the biggest day of Thomas Edison's life because he definitely impedes the new technique. In 1884, Tesla went to America because of Edison's fame as a great inventor. However, they get parted a few months later because of the conflicting business scientific relationship, with historians attribute to their incredible different personalities. While Edison was a power figure who focused on marketing and financial success, Tesla was Tesla was not business-minded and was somewhat vulnerable. This was from a passage in India today. And Edison's group had a lot of great inventions, but he didn't think AC power is the alternating current power would be the future trend. And AC power is the electricity that we use today. Instead, Tesla started to interest in AC power and joined Westinghouse company to develop it. So Edison's GC company and Westinghouse has a competition on AC power and DC power, but it should be a fair competition. But Edison made the competition negative press campaign in attempt to undermine the interest in AC power. There's maybe you'll never know. The electric chair is invented by Thomas Edison's company at that time. And in order to prove the risk of AC power, Thomas and his company created a notorious invention. Yeah, that is electric chair. And he just go to propaganda that the AC power can kill people. So he invented the electric chair that used to kill people. Today, we know that electricity can kill people no matter it is direct or alternating. But at that time, the electricity was just invented. The invention made many people believe AC power was very dangerous. Unfortunately, Thomas' effort delayed the expand of AC power, but he couldn't stop it because it's a trend. And 1892, AC power beaten DC power, direct current power. Yeah. Edison General Electric Company merged with the Thomas Houston Company, and Edison was kicked out from his company. Thirdly, I want to talk about the last 39 years of Thomas Edison's life. After he left his company, he invests in a mine and get bankrupt. And afterwards, he invests in the concrete and kind of success. And since 1900, he transferred his attention to storage batteries. That's an interesting hidden history, which is usually it's kind of not dark, but the hidden history I found is really interesting. Because because Edison invented the first electric car and really steered the electric cars in the world. And now our biggest electric car companies in the world is called Tesla, not Edison. That kind of interesting. Elon Musk use, really interesting. Maybe that's because Thomas Edison and Elon Musk is the same kind of people. Yeah. And the time Thomas Edison invented the first electric car was 1904, and 1910 he showed people the first sound film, and afterwards he made the same mistake again. He still paid attention to the West Cylinder to play the sound, but that was not that era. People use the record, which is kind of the DC, the disc to record this sound. So in 1929, it was the third time he got bankrupt. In 1933, Edison died in New Jersey. Yeah, word. I think Thomas is kind of very successful as a businessman and a very, very great businessman because he had a lot of labs, had a lot of inventions in his company. I think that would be great for that would kind of be great. The lack is maybe he is too stubborn and he insisted in the old techniques and kind of in the current world he did a lot of propagandas to stop the new technique. I think that would be so bad, but I still think Thomas Edison is kind of a great person. That's all. And I'm sorry that I'm not so frequent in giving this speech. And thank you for attention.